We are seeing the president and his people moving around in the country, dishing out money, saying he's doing empowerment. We know the money is there, but we know the priorities are upside down.
And this might paralyze learning come January 2026. And that's why we are demanding, kindly confirm the JSS intern teachers.
Kwa majina naitwa Kirubi Wanjohi, naibu katibu mkuu wa chama cha Kuppet, kaunti ya Nakuru. Kwanza kabisa swala la junior secondary school teachers ni swala ambalo kabisa inafaa serikali ijitume na iangalie kwamba hawa walimu wamepata nafasi zao za kikazi. Tukiangalia kwamba walisign contract ya mwaka mmoja, na contract hiyo ambao walisign Januari sasa imeisha, na kama ilivyo ni kwamba walimu tuliahidiwa kwamba contract ile ikiisha basi hao walimu watakuwa confirmed na waajiriwe permanent and pensionable. So na tukiangalia takwimu za TSC inasema kwamba kuna upungufu wa walimu, na ndio hivyo tunasema kwamba upungufu huo wa walimu unaweza tu kutatuliwa kwa kuhakikisha kwamba hawa walimu ambao already wameserve kama interns waweze kukua confirmed, waandikwe permanent and pensionable, kisha tuweze kurecruit walimu wengine ambao wako huku nje waweze kupewa nafasi zile, waweze pia kuserve kama intern kwa mwaka mmoja. Ni kinyume cha sheria za labor kwamba mfanyikazi afanye contract zaidi ya miezi 6. Tukiangalia vizuri na ukiangalia vile walimu wale wameajiriwa already wameifanya kazi ile kwa mwaka mmoja, kusema kwamba ati wataongezewa mwaka mwingine mmoja wakifanya kazi ile katika contract, basi naona kabisa ni kinyume cha sheria. Yes, inawezekana kwa sababu nchi hii iko na hela. Nchi hii iko na pesa za kutosha. Tukiangalia budgets ambazo zimekuwa zikipitishwa mwaka baada ya mwingine, supplementary budgets, naona kwamba ni ile tu kwamba hakuna nia ya kuweza kutenga zile pesa kwa wakati ambao unafaa. Na tukiangalia, unajua, it is not an emergency. Watoto kuwa shuleni sio emergency, ni jambo ambalo tunafaa kama nchi tuweze kuliangazia na tuweze kuangalia kwamba mwaka ujao, kwa mfano Januari tunafungua, tunajua watoto watarudi shuleni, basi ni kwamba pesa zile ziweze kutengwa saa hizi, such that ikifika Januari shule zikifunguliwa, pesa zitumwe kwa shule na kazi hiyo ingine ya watoto kuendelea kusoma iwepo. Na unaangalia kwamba hata wazazi wanakuwa na changamoto. Wakati umeona kwamba katika social media na kila mahali kuna kuja mabarua ambayo ni tatanishi kusema kwamba wazazi watalipa karo katika zile shule. Na tunasema kwamba serikali ilisema kwamba kutakuwa na free day secondary education. Na tunasema kwa sasa wacha iwe ni hivyo, zile hela ambazo zimetengwa kwa hilo swala ziweze kutumika na zitumwe kwa shule kwa wakati unaofaa.
Jina yangu ni Odipo Edwin Otieno. Mimi ni mwalimu wa shule ya upili, na my views about the JSS teachers is that the issue of autonomy is an issue that must be dealt with, because the issue has been planned for ever since the inception of the idea of JSS. We cannot be having teachers of primary, that is the head teachers, asking to be given leadership in JS schools, yet all the time they keep referring to the JS teachers to give them advice on the structures that are needed. Therefore, for JS schools to be so effective, we need teachers who have the technical and the content that is taught at the JS schools. That is, the high school teachers should take charge of those JS schools. We are not interested in the capitation. We are interested in the learning of the learners. Because when you get that the primary head teachers, and they were given a letter for that, by the way. I don't know why or at what point they want to be in charge of a secondary school, and the technical know-how is what they are lacking. So what the teachers in JS are asking is that they want autonomy, because the learners, together with the teachers, are suffering because the heads of institution who are controlling the capitation do not have the technical know-how. So every other time, they give ideas on how we can best implement the CBC, and yet it is not done. So that is our position, that we want the JS to be in the right leadership. They want autonomy to operate in such an environment where they are in charge of their own programs. That is what we are saying as Kuppet.
Jina langu ni Simon Waita, I'm the chair Kuppet Nakuru branch. Kwanza ni swala la Minet ambayo inakuja kuisha, contract ya Minet inaisha kufikia mwisho wa mwezi huu. Sisi kama viongozi wa Kuppet tunasema ni lazima walimu wahusishwe katika ile bima ya afya mpya, na tuwe na yale maswala tata ambayo tumekuwa tukipata kutoka kwa walimu. Wanauliza, je, ni hospitali gani ambazo watakuwa wakienda? Kufikia sasa hatujepewa ile list ya hospitali, na usisahau kwamba imebakia wiki moja na nusu. Kwa hivyo tunaona kwamba walimu hawajepewa ile list ya hospitali ambazo watakuwa wakihudhuria, zile huduma ambazo zitapatikana katika hospitali zile, na pia utaratibu utakuwa upi. Kwa mfano sasa hivi ile social health ama primary health care, tunaona wakati mwingine maybe consultation ni 200. Je, hii itatosha mwalimu kwenda kufanyiwa consultation na aweze kutibiwa na ile pesa, ile capitation ya per day ambayo imewekwa? Na kile ambacho tunalalamika zaidi ni kwa sababu katika ile contract ambayo tunaona Teacher Service Commission waliweza kusign, pale chini inasema as a teacher you'll have to exploit the primary health care allocation and the chief allocation so that you can go to the enhanced services. So does it mean kwamba mwalimu mpaka exploit ile ya chini ndio ata-enjoy ile pesa yake? Na ile pesa yake tusisahau ni pesa ambayo imekuwa kwa budget, na hii pesa ni sheria ambayo imeweka katika Employment and Labor Relation Act article 34. Inasema every employer shall give an employee the medical cover. So we want them to give us the freedom to choose whether we want to use the insurance provided by the employer or the insurance provided by the government. As much as they might be provided by the same provider, but we want them to be distinct so that a teacher can choose whether they want to go to SHIF and the primary health care or they want to go to enhanced SHA. On the issue of autonomy, the reason as why we as Kuppet, we are saying that JSS teachers must be given autonomy, and we have seen complaint from other quarters, other leaders saying that the land on which the JSS exists belong to the primary and the primary school teachers. Let us remind them that they do not own the land. The land belongs to the community and the government. And therefore, there is no way they can be telling our JSS teachers that they should relocate if they want autonomy, because that is not their own property. Number two, the constitution is very clear when it comes on the curriculum that we are following. We are talking of 2 years of elementary education, 6 years of primary education, 3 years of JSS, and then 3 years of senior secondary. So in that structure, we are seeing that JSS is autonomous. And then the other issue, the one that has been raised, is that we are seeing that they don't have the technical know-how. If a primary school teacher does not know the chemistry that is being taught in JSS class, does not know the biology that is being taught, did not study the mathematics and other subjects on advanced level, then how are we expecting these teachers, these head teachers, to be the supervisors of the same curriculum at that level of JSS? And again, we are seeing they are relaxing when it comes to building the structures like the laboratory. We said this is competence-based education. Why are we seeing that element of competence, which should be brought by know-how, by doing the practical, is not included when the students were doing their exams? They did the exam minus the practical. So we are telling the government, education does not happen within one day. It is something that should be structured. For instance, now these students of grade 10 are coming next year. We have not been given the books as senior secondary school teachers and the schools. We have not been given the textbooks that they are supposed to be using. We have not been oriented on the content which they will be taught. Does the government expect it to come miraculously? We don't have time. We are heading to December. Then in January, the students are joining the school. We have not seen preparation. For instance, right now they are saying that the admission will be done online. They did not prepare the teachers. They did not even talk of the deadline when we are supposed to give the admission instruction, joining instructions on their website. So we are seeing that the government is hurrying things. And we are seeing this issue of saying that there is no money even to confirm the intern teachers. We are seeing the president and his people moving around in the country, dishing out money, saying it is doing empowerment. The real empowerment is when education is empowered, education is enhanced, the students are given this education so that at least they may have the basic skills to be able to deal with life. So we are telling the government, we know the money is there, but we know the priorities are upside down. So let us prioritize education. Instead of dishing out this money in a haphazard way, let us give it in a structured way. Even the issue of bursary, let it be brought back to the Ministry of Education and then be channeled through the accounts of the school. Because, in fact, that money that you used to give bursaries, why can't it be used to give free secondary education? Why are we giving people money to go and dish out on their will? The MPs, the women rep, the governors, that money can be consolidated, and we know there is something called economies of scale. When you consolidate something, it becomes cheaper. So on those issues, we are saying we are not relenting as Kuppet until our opinion, until our demands are heard and dealt with.
Nikirejelea swala la SHA, which is a thorn in the flesh of teachers. We are seeing the health of teachers being compromised. We are aware that the contract between Minet and TSC is coming to the end this month of November. And come 1st December, then as we are seeing it, TSC has proposed that teachers are all moved to SHA. There are quite a number of things that we'll have to look at. Now, when you look at the benefits that a teacher will enjoy are actually similar to what we had in Minet. And we look at the tables, the tables in terms of the diseases that are being covered, and so on. They are similar to what Minet was offering. And our big question is, how come that we are using the same amount of money in terms of compensation and benefits to a teacher who is sick and transfer the same to a SHA? And in this particular SHA, as it has been stated earlier, we have seen the smallest bit of that contract that is not very clear, and it is actually not progressive for teachers, is the fact that SHA stated clearly that all Kenyans, all citizens will be served by the primary cover. And once they exhaust the primary cover, that is when now teachers will start to enjoy the comprehensive cover. We are saying that is not fair. And it is not fair because we are subjecting teachers whose salaries, whose medical allowance were deducted and were used in this particular cover. And we are also looking at it in terms of the number of dependents. That a spouse, for example, must have registered in SHA and must be a paying member of SHA before a teacher incorporates the spouse into his own medical or his or her own medical cover. And we are saying that that is not okay, and we are asking the government relook at the contract between SHA and the TSC, and such that involve teachers, listen to what teachers are asking for. When you look at Minet had its own downfalls. It had its own failures. But again, we cannot throw away a baby with the water. And that is why we are saying we could have improved Minet. We could have improved the Minet cover by actually reducing, for example, the admission time, removing issues to do with pre-authorization and so on. When you look at Minet, we were able, for example, as a union, to assist teachers by having immediate contacts of regional managers, county managers, and area managers of the cover. And by so doing, then teachers were being assisted. Now, under this SHA, there is no contact. We don't know who to contact. We don't know who we should be able to address our issues to. And when you look at it being a government entity, and we know how some of our government employees behave when they are in those offices, then it may not become a hindrance to members, that is to teachers, in terms of health cover. Number two, regarding the same, in terms of the number of dependents. When you look at the number of dependents, it is okay. At least SHA has added one more. But then, when you look at it, we have most of our members who comes from diverse cultures. The cultures allows them to have more than one spouse. And for example, husbands will have 2, 3 wives, like look at our brothers, the Muslims. But them, they are not incorporated in this primary cover of the principal member. So we are asking, let there be no limit. Let there be no limit. Do not limit myself. Tell me that I must have 5 kids. And we know we are Africans, and as Africans, we desire, and we cherish to have as many children as possible. So open up this share so that it covers all the dependents who have actually been put down by a principal member, asserting that they are his dependents.
On the level of preparedness, we are wondering why we have not seen the government going to these hospitals that it has allocated to show us that the systems are set so that when we hit December 1, that all the systems go. For instance, there are systems that are supposed to be incorporated, the issues of teachers enrolling their finger identifiers, bio identifiers, and then what is happening in between now and when the SHA starts. A lot of teachers are suffering. When they go to these facilities, some of them have closed shop. They have said they are no more treating teachers because they are seeing maybe they might not be paid. They are also referring to the debts that were in NHIF, that when NHIF was closed, that bill has never been paid to date. So we are saying, due to that, a lot of teachers are suffering when they go to the hospitals. For instance, the issues of optical services, the issues of dental services, those who may want maybe services to do with emergencies, they are not being taken care of. And it is because Minet seems to have closed shop because they are seeing the contract is ending. So we are telling the government also to remind the insurance that we are having currently to treat the teachers to the last day. And also we want to see the level of preparedness being raised and teachers being given confidence and assurance that everything will be okay.
On the matter of JSS autonomy, I want to put it clear that the government should hasten and give junior school their own administration. Number one, JSS right now is in the wrong hands. The head teachers, the primary head teachers who are running the junior school right now, they lack know-how on how to manage a secondary school. Remember, these are people who went to college for under 8 months. Then some sneaked to the neighboring country for just one December holiday and acquired their papers from Kampala University. So these are people who don't have know-how on how to run the junior school. Junior school entails so much. And this one is supposed to be run by a person who can be able to run a senior school. Number two, the issue of JSS confirmation. I want to urge the government, the Teacher Service Commission, the President, let us not shift the goalpost. We promised the science intern teachers that if they serve for 1 year, they will be confirmed to permanent and pensionable terms. Now you can see their contract is ending. What will they happen? Will they renew the contract? We are saying this no, and this might paralyze learning come January 26, 2026. And that's why we are demanding, kindly confirm the JSS intern teachers. How do you pay a JSS teacher 17,000 shillings? This is a teacher who has a family. This is a teacher who has bills to attend to. So let's consider that. If there is no budget, let the parliament consider a supplementary budget so that these intern teachers can be confirmed. Thank you.